Stojakovic for three, kept alive by Hilton Armstrong, starting for the injured Tyson Chandler. Nice pass from Armstrong. The bucket by Stojakovic is good, and he will head to the line as we check out the starting lineup for the Hornets. And this is a team battered by injuries. Chris Paul playing through an injured right knee. As I mentioned, Armstrong starting for Tyson Chandler, out with an ailing ankle. As for Denver, they are healthy. They are at the top of their game. 1-63, which equaled the NBA record set back in 1956. Oh, nice touch there by Stojakovic. There's Billups. He got the step, kicks it out. Martin, yes, so he has hit two from the perimeter.
That's a nice move.
Butler on a catch and shoot.
What about?
And he's had a career season averaging 11 points. Here is Carmelo Anthony. And it has been an excellent 6 assists a game. That's second to Chauncey Billups. He's been looking for teammates. They double up on Paul. He's able to get it to West, and he stuffs.
Well, what?
Ball played by Jones. They've been dealing with Chris Paul very physically. Butler, it counts as a foul. Billups called for the hack. Was slapped away, recovered by West. West on the spin. Nicely done. He went right at Kenyon Martin.
Games, this might be the best start for the Hornets out of the first 4 games.
Martin off to the good start. He has 8 points.
Anthony along with Kenyon Martin to play some defense as well.
And Denver's second unit has done a good job. West, it counts as a foul. It is on Anthony.
Very ineffective.
West changed his mind. Good look as he saw Posey, who just came on. 8-point shellacking. They have a 7-point lead. Marks gets inside. Nice pass from Paul. It's a 14-2 run here by the Hornets. Nice pass inside as Anthony rejected by the Birdman. Anderson with a block shot. And here's Carter back the other way. Smith lays it home.
Birdman, as he soars here, Chris Paul thinks he has a wide open layup. He even takes a look back. And Chris Anderson just trailing the play with a nice rejection. And then Anthony Carter understands J.R. Smith is trailing with a nice alley-oop as Chris Anderson throws it down for the Nuggets. Alley-oop here by Chris Anderson. And this is power forward to center.
This is Posey, guarded by Martin, and Posey able to hit.
Well, that's a nice back look at the basket.
Anthony Carter remains in at the point. Chauncey Billups picked up 2 early fouls. Here is Smith for 3. With J.R. Smith in game 3. Paul turned it over. Here's Carter. Lead pass to Anderson.
But he's out here playing, and that's what I like. He's not going to use it as an excuse.
Posey with a nice move again, this time in the face. But a foul is called on Wright.
Well, you turn the ball over against the Nuggets, this is what you're going to see. Anthony Carter, Chauncey Billups, any one of these guys can lead the break, and the nice finish by Chris Anderson, the Birdman. It's nice to have a center who's able to run the floor and finish plays.
Hilton Armstrong checks back in, coming on for Sean Marks. Anthony. I don't know, that was one of those
banged up, especially at this time of year when you go through 82 regular season games, as Anthony Carter just looks over the top of Hilton Armstrong
to run. Smith for Anthony. Anthony with a hard drive again. Carmelo has 8 points. Stojakovic. Oh, he got the friendly rim.
Starts, he really thought it would be a 4th quarter game, and obviously it's tight so far.
That will count, and the foul. So Chris Paul sparked a New Orleans comeback, that the lone victory in the series. Pretty pass, and Anthony able to spin. To play Paul. West with the open shot. David West coming on. He now has shots. An A played by Marks. Marks went down looking to draw the foul.
To Chris Anderson.
And that's foul number 3 on West. And May with the stuff. Really took the backboard. O'Connor steals the inbound. Phillips for 3. Yes! What a sequence for the Nuggets. By 4. West looks to go at Anderson. That will count and the foul. He was hit by
both teams that showed up and competed. And you look at Nene right here. Goes baseline for the reverse jam. And then look at the steal by Anthony Carter here. Setting up Chauncey, Mr. Big Shot for the 3.
A ball played by Smith. Ball accelerates. And that surprised the Nuggets. The first time we've seen.
I like your comeback. How about you play the first 7 minutes and then come over here in the second half and ask how it was. How the recovery was as Kmart with the putback finish.
Going to respond after they're beaten by 58 points. We talked about that with Byron as Martin knocks down a 3. Kenyon Martin from downtown. Here's Phillips for 3. That's his second from downtown.
As far as their play on the court, he said, look, we've got to do better in transition, and we cannot turn the ball over. Ironically, same thing Coach Creed, but
Denver able to get back into it. Oh, the crossover by Anthony. Carmelo Anthony with a... The game is tied, 54 all. Anthony, oh, that's a very friendly rim. Wow. Once again, Paul is met on the switch by Nene. Paul shoots and scores from three-point range.
Well, they're going to switch, a special opportunity here for Chris Paul. Now you have to decide, okay, what do I want to do? Are there driving avenues? No. Okay, is he going to back off? If he backs off, let me step back and knock down the 3. But you've got to make... The Hornets cannot let this game start to slip away.
Armstrong off the nice lead pass. Dante Jones. Nice move by Jones going lens.
So the defense certainly has stepped up for the Nuggets.
Phillips, yes, from downtown. That's his 3rd. Here's Smith for 3. Yes. J.R. Swish, as his teammates call him. Smith for 3. Yes. That's his 2nd straight from downtown.
And those are
blocked, which also changed the shot on the part of Marks. Nice move. It counts on the foul. Carmelo Anthony extends to a 75-62 lead.
These Nugget players are starting to have the eye of the tiger, starting to have that look. This is a team that has not been out of the first round the last 5 years, and J.R. Smith with a 26-footer. Back-to-back threes for
now defending on Paul. 3 on the shot clock. Down to 2. Paul. Shot clock to 3. Here's Anthony going at West. West had a step away. Did not want to pick up number 5. The ball on that possession. 21 points for Carmelo. 11 of the 21 here in the third. Oh, West able to stuff. Strong move by David West. Anthony making the turn. Anthony! What a move around the last defender. It's a 14-point Denver lead, their biggest of the game. Anthony going right at West, and Martin is able to follow.
Well, what happens when Carmelo Anthony gets...
Anthony double team. Phillips directing traffic. Anthony again moving on West and hits. He is on fire. The Dallas Mavericks waiting in the wings. David West.
Check down that side.
Stojakovic for 3. Paul with the steal, although He was screened, took the block from Anderson, still fouls. Anthony. Carmelo, here comes Billups. Smith open for three. He is on fire. Jet. Butler with the shot. These are very giving rims.
He is not the same page that was in Sacramento.
Here's Smith again for three. He is sizzling. That's his fifth three-pointer.
I can see where most coaches would cringe, but look at this shot. This is a 26-footer. J.R. Smith on fire.
What takes place Thursday and Friday. Here's Posey shooting for three. James Posey knocks it down. 12 minutes. Denver has outscored New Orleans 37-15. Smith to the rim for the reverse. Sanderson on his back saying, give me the basketball. Anthony with the shot for three. Adding to that playoff career high. He has 34 points. Anthony leading the way at the offensive end. Foul was called on the day. 20 points for Smith, 34 for Anthony, 5 three-pointers for J.R. Swish.
All from an assortment of areas on the floor. The Nuggets moving on to the second round. Started off by knocking down that three-pointer to start the third quarter.
Obviously, Butler will say, well, that was an assist. As 5 consecutive years and all 6 straight first-round eliminations. As time has now officially run out. Carmelo Anthony leading the way with a career playoff high 34. 13 points scored in a 6-minute stretch when Denver was able to blow the game wide open.